Hello, everybody. In this Where I Was At video series, I want to share videos back from a few months into my recovery. I will cover the time I went back to work, my time in a rehabilitation clinic, and beyond in my search for balance. I'll be dropping my thoughts along the way from today's perspective. I learned a phrase from a mentor of mine: share from the scar and not the wound, which is so fitting for this series. And I hope that you can draw insights and respect your recovery process. Hello, everybody. It's October the 17th, 2023. My name's Chris Wilson, and I have an update. It's been 3 months since my last engagement here on the channel. I obviously mentioned I was returning to work, and I'd like to talk about the last 3 months and what's about to happen tomorrow. First of all, going back to work full time to the same environment was a mistake. It's a big learning. As I mentioned in the last video, I thought I was prepared to reintegrate, but this became apparent in the early weeks of my return. I've been there 4 months now, and so I've been struggling. I'm struggling now. I'm absolutely exhausted. Because I mentioned in the last video, I thought that was the end of my recovery, and I've totally underestimated the burnout and how long it takes to get back on track. And I can honestly say I'm not there yet. And I still have continued support of the professional people, my family and friends. This is without this, it'd be a real struggle. So I'm looking forward. I talked about, my channel. I have procrastinated a lot again. I had big plans and I haven't really done anything, but by me doing this video now, it's a step in the right direction. It's been really hard. I've had like 50 takes. I decided to just press record and share what's happening. Yeah, so going back to the topic of going back to work after a period of burnout, it shouldn't be underestimated. And I wouldn't say it was from my workload. It's just you need time to adjust. From where I was, where it was a period of just running on adrenaline, and to have those building blocks to be able to function again, not at the same pace. That wasn't my target. It was just to come up to a happy medium and to be able to deliver, but have my time for myself, work-life balance, etc., etc. I have done less exercise. I feel it, yeah, and maybe I've lost my way a little bit, but I'm not despondent. I'm confident I will get there. From what I've learned this year, it's just a matter of time. I also thought I could apply for jobs, and I did, and I got to the last interview after project stages and everything, and this was a confidence booster. But also, when I was told I didn't get the position, it was a sinking feeling, and I wasn't prepared for that kind of feedback, in the past. I just brush it aside. After 24 hours back, what's the next one? Where can I put my focus to? But essentially, I tried to do too much, and trying to get the answers, and I was going into action mode again. which meant I wasn't focusing on myself as much, and it 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 has coincided with us renovating the apartment, and that's also that's been a big task. You know, moving boxes, building furniture, living in chaos, and what I've also learned: if you live in chaos, it lives in your head, and this is what we want to sort out. We are nearly finished, so that this is there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm looking forward um for when I come back. What do I mean by when I come back? Tomorrow, I start a 6-week rehabilitation program in a place outside of in the country, here in Austria, and I'm very grateful to have been approved. It was recommended by the psychiatrist, and I wasn't aware I was approved uh, when I last spoke, but I have been, and I'm very grateful. It I've just finished packing my suitcase, and it's brought a lot of anxiety, I would say. It's the 6 weeks away from my close family and friends, and of course I'll be still in contact, but I haven't spent that length of time from my wife, for example, and even though I'm a fully grown adult, it's triggered some thoughts. If I can compare it to when I was first dropped off by my parents in university, that feeling when the doors closed on the student halls, and you're left in a box with a bed and a sink, and you know, it's fine. It's I know it's going to be fine, and I actually don't know the full program, which brings a lot of excitement, but also uncertainty, and combining all of those, what I've just discussed, it's a bit overwhelming at the moment. And what will be really nice will be the break for the 6-week period, and I'm looking forward to focusing on myself. I'm conscious I'm leaving my family here alone, and but I realize I have to look after myself and get better to be able to come back and be there for myself, my family, and where we want to go. And so this rehabilitation course, I will try to make some videos and share my experience. I will, of course, be restricted to what, where, and who I can film. So I will try to abide by those rules. Nevertheless, I hope it will be interesting. I feel really blessed to live in a country where this is possible. I appreciate it's not possible in every country, and but what I take away from this, I will share, and meaning for those who it's not accessible, maybe there's some takeaways you can get from that, and to apply that in your own lives. But back to focus on me, I just wanted to share that with you, and I yeah, I will focus on getting better, and let's see what the next 6 weeks brings, and then I can get back on track with all of what I had planned. And on a side note, I have arranged by mutual consent to leave my work. So this is a huge weight off my shoulders, and in 3 months' time, I will be able to search for a new opportunity, and whatever that may be. But it's obviously not a focus of mine right now. The focus of mine is to get better, look after myself, and there's an application form. My final note, and there's an application form where it asks, "What do you want to achieve from your stay, and I just want to obviously get better, but build up a resistance to stress and the toolkit which is required, um, for daily life. I thought I had that. It was naive of me. I mean, after 3 months of home research, obviously speaking with the professionals, that wasn't enough. And if you Google how long it takes to recover from burnout, it's a varied answer and it's very individual. I can say there is no right answer, but for me, I'm not ready, and I'm still struggling. I feel that even in trying to talk, it's a bit all over the place. And look, I hope to get better at making these videos. Speaking out now is not so easy, but I'm sure with practice and as I get better, these will be more easy to watch and digest. And this is me, Chris Wilson. That's where I'm at. Thank you for listening, and I'll hear you soon. Bye-bye.
Hello, everybody. This video was hard to watch. I was being hard on myself for not working on the channel. I mean, I even thought I could apply for jobs, but going back to reintegrating into the workplace, it was a real struggle. I remember returning to work. I just felt isolated. It felt like I had a disease or something, judging by the reactions of some of the colleagues. I even had to arrange an appointment with my manager just to speak to him on my first day back. He walked just past my desk and said nothing, and HR were nowhere to be seen. Not everyone was distant. Surprisingly, some colleagues came up to me who'd never worked with me. One of them said, "You're allowed to say no," knowing fine well the unrealistic expectations previously placed on me and my inability to set boundaries. All I wanted to do was get back to a new state of normal, but I was being treated like I was abnormal. I then reached out to another HR responsible, and only then did I get any empathy and admission of their wrongdoing in my situation. This was a relief, but I was to learn it was the beginning of the end for me, as they knew I had a legal case. All I wanted to do was just get back to normal. Look at my energy in this video. Is that the look on determination or any sign of someone who has the energy for a justice-seeking legal fight? Absolutely not. It was not my intention. The games were just being played, and it was best I just got out of there for my own sanity. This was not pulling the brakes of my recovery. It was reversing all of the positive progress I had made. It was time to go, and I'm glad I reached this agreement. And I had 6 weeks to really, really recover and get back on track.